Jennifer Lopez is performing sellout shows in Las Vegas, living her best life, looking absolutely incredible, and by all accounts, completely unbothered by her divorce from Ben Affleck. She has said it herself. She is happy, she is focused on herself, and she is not dating anyone. Everything is fine. And then a fan named Ben showed up. Let's set the scene. Jennifer Lopez is in the middle of her residency at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. Packed house, high energy. She is in her element. She spots an enthusiastic fan in the crowd and does what J.Lo does. She invites him up on stage because that's the kind of performer she is. She turns to the audience and says, "Can we bring him up here?" "Yes, you." The crowd goes wild. The fan makes his way up. The energy is through the roof. And then she looks at him and asks for his name. He says, Ben. What happened next has been watched hundreds of thousands of times online. Jennifer Lopez let out a loud, exaggerated, deeply theatrical ugh, and then immediately burst out laughing. The crowd lost it, completely lost it, because everyone in that room and everyone watching the footage online knew exactly what that ugh was about. Now, to be clear, she did not say Ben Affleck's name. She did not bring up the divorce. She did not go into any kind of emotional territory whatsoever. But she didn't have to. That one sound said everything. The timing was perfect, the reaction was instant, and the internet ran with it at full speed. Here's a quick reminder of the timeline for anyone who needs it. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, Bennifer, the reunion the entire world was obsessed with, officially got married in 2022, nearly 20 years after their first engagement. The internet celebrated. People who grew up watching their original romance in the early 2000s genuinely lost their minds. It felt like a real-life fairy tale comeback story. And then, in August 2024, Lopez filed for divorce. After months of speculation, the marriage was over. The fairy tale had a different ending than everyone hoped. Since then, J.Lo has been remarkably composed in public. In interviews, she has talked about focusing on herself, embracing a new chapter, and genuinely being at peace with where she is in life. She said she feels content. She said she's happy. She has not been publicly bitter. She has not been throwing shade in interviews, and she has carried herself with the kind of dignity that not everyone could manage after such a public split. But that ugh on stage in Las Vegas, that was the most honest, unfiltered, human moment she has given the public since the entire thing went down. It wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't a PR statement. It wasn't carefully worded. It was just a gut reaction, a woman hearing a name and her body responding before her brain could filter it. And the fact that she immediately laughed it off, kept the energy light, and turned it into a fun moment for the crowd, that's growth. That's someone who has done the work and can laugh at the situation without being consumed by it. She even kept the bit going after the ugh, telling the crowd they were going to take the fan for everything that he's got, which, again, the audience interpreted in a very specific way, and the laughter said it all. Look, breakups are complicated. Highly publicized divorces that the entire world was emotionally invested in are even more complicated. Jennifer Lopez has been navigating this under an enormous amount of scrutiny, and she has done it with her head held high and her sequins fully intact. But sometimes one fan with a very common name walks up on stage at the right moment, and suddenly the whole performance becomes something none of them planned. Jennifer Lopez said she's happy, and watching her laugh through that moment on stage in Las Vegas, honestly, she looks it. She's doing just fine. Ben, on the other hand, probably has a great story to tell for the rest of his life. As a single mom, your support means everything to me. Please subscribe for more updates and stories like this. Thank you.